Was it in your contract to finally give you a gratuitous Marvel shirtless scene? Because I'm very glad if it was. I am a massive Marvel fan, a massive MCU fan, and I have to tell you, seeing the first 2 episodes, this is the best Loki's ever been. You guys absolutely nailed it. It is a fantastic show. My first question is, when did you first learn that Marvel even wanted to make this show? Had you already filmed Loki's death scene in Infinity War?
To answer your last question first, yes. I had filmed Loki's death scene, and it was about a year after that, actually. The producers at Marvel Studios called me on the telephone, and they told me about Disney Plus, which was still a kind of, you know, this idea that people were thinking about, and they wanted to do an original series about Loki. And knowing what I knew about Infinity War, I was delighted and then confused, because that scene had felt so final and conclusive. But then I kind of got a sense that it was going to be set up by this scene in Avengers Endgame. Back in 2012, the Hulk has to take the stairs. He blasts through the door of the lobby, and the Tesseract rolls at Loki's feet. He picks it up, disappears. And where does he go? When does he go? How does he get there? These are questions that needed answering. And then it was kind of, we were off to the races, the producers and
Wow.
Just coming up with ideas and putting our heads together and trying to come up with a way of exploring, you know, more adventures with the God of Mischief.
Was it in your contract to finally give you a gratuitous Marvel shirtless scene? Because I'm very glad if it was. I think you're gonna make Loki fans very happy.
It was not, I believe, I'd have to go back and look at the small print, but it was not contractual as far as I'm aware. It may be some unspoken rite of passage, perhaps. I'm not the first, and nor, I suspect, shall I be the last.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's. I think there's a bit of story in there too. I think
Yes.
you know, he's on his way through. He's on his way from somewhere to somewhere else.
How do you, because you're such an amazing impressionist, how do you resist the temptation of doing an Owen Wilson impression to Owen Wilson's face?
Well, I have been in that situation before.
Yeah.
You know, I genuinely actually enjoyed his company too much, and he's such a brilliant performer, actually. And because actually we made this show over the whole of 2020 and across the before and after the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so Owen and I found ourselves in these scenarios where we were two people in the middle of an unprecedented situation. And sometimes the conversations we have, I'll treasure them to the end of my days, because we were processing the pandemic in real time together. And but he's great, man, and he's so good in the show, I think.
The dynamic you have is phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of both of you as actors and your work. That makes me really happy that it was such a fantastic experience. Tom, thank you so much for talking to us today. I so appreciate it. I want you to have a fantastic rest of your day, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you too, sir.